Gender creative parenting is a better option for parenting.
I had a question. How do you know? I'm like, you have a solid proof of that, right? We got new things going around with with the wokeness of the world. And let's just get to it.
Hey, Davey.
Yes,
If a person doesn't feel like they're a boy or a girl, what do we call them?
they.
Using your children to shove an ideology down to our throat. That's pure evil. That's the pure form of evil. Even Satan is gonna be like,
Dear Lord, your whole project is a failure.
What are your preferred pronouns? They, them.
they, them. What does it mean? Because no, language doesn't care about your feelings. It cares only and only about itself.
Noun self pronouns. Animal noun self pronouns.
Animal, noun, self pronouns. This is new. I have never heard this one in my entire life.
As a fat person, I often dread medical appointments because of blatant medical fat phobia.
Medical what? This phrase that you use doesn't exist. We don't have medical fat phobia. I want to know who else is gonna use this word.
Tips on how you can be a better intersex ally.
No. Wrong. Let me correct it for you. Tips on how you can be a degenerate a-hole towards reality. No words. No words.
When it comes to inclusive language, oftentimes people tend to use phrases like people with penises or people with vaginas rather than saying male and female or men and women. While this can absolutely be inclusive for trans people, unfortunately it's not always the most inclusive language for intersex people. My advice is to use language that focuses on function and not just form. That means focusing on the actual function that you're talking about, such as people who can get pregnant, people who can get other people pregnant, people who are at risk of testicular cancer.
People who can get pregnant. People who are at the risk of... Why? Just use man and woman. It's so much easier.
Instead of using the typical mom and dad parent titles, there's actually gender neutral and non-binary parent titles that exist. It can be hard for parents within the LGBTQIA+ community to find a word that they feel comfortable being addressed as by their children. So here are some examples. Dama, Mada, Maddie, Muddy, Mappa, Nini, Nopa, Nori.
Nini, Nopa, Nori? I can't. Why? Language doesn't work like that. Stop.
Opa, Pere, Pom Pom, Zaza, and Zizi.
Pom Pom, Zaza, Zizi. You know, you guys are something else. If I travel back in time and show this video to people who live in the year 2000, the Great Depression will start again.
I would also like to say I cannot believe that 12,000 of you are following me. Thank you so much. I love you.
12,000 people are following this girl?
We are doomed.
Binary folks get pronouns that point to who they are.
No. Binary folks get pronouns that point to the fact that they're delusional and should get hospitalized or something. I don't know. Jesus.
Man or woman. But if the only pronoun that non-binary people had was they, them, then that pronoun points to what we're not. We're not binary and we're not cis. And since pronouns indicate gender in the English language, if they was the only option that we had, then it could confuse people into thinking that non-binary is a third gender, as opposed to a multitude of gender experiences. And what I love about neopronouns is that they point to who we are.
You stated a false statement twice in a video. Is there a prize for lying to people? I want to know.
Some of them have meanings that are connected to genderqueer history, and others have meanings that reflect the individual's experience with gender. As our understanding of gender broadens, our language is broadening to accommodate that, because language is a reflection of the way we think.
No, it's not broadening. You're shoving your ideology into the language. It's not gonna broaden itself because of how you think.
Alrighty, everybody, repeat after me.
asexual, pansexual, bisexual, trans people, and non-binary people are 100% valid and definitely part of the LGBTQ community. And if you don't like that, suck my...
And if you don't like that, it doesn't matter, because all I say is right and all you say is wrong. That's how logic works, I think, these days.
Homosexuality is basically a label for people who feel the need to have a label, but they don't fit in any other label.
Homosexual? You know what? Sometimes life is too much. I don't get it. These idiots are real people. These guys are not AI. These are real people. They live amongst us. These kinds of retards are gonna spread their disease everywhere. I don't want to watch that happen. Sometimes I ask myself why I don't jump out of the window.
Good one. Now here it goes. Pan is a Greek prefix which refers to everything or all. So pangender refers to a person whose gender identity is not limited to one gender and may encompass all genders at once. One very important thing to note, pangenders do not try to identify with ethnic genders outside their own cultures. I hope that helps because Mama had to do a little bit of research.
Does lying to people need research nowadays? God, I'm only 18 and I feel like a boomer.
So I'm not an expert or an authority on what neuroqueer means.
You don't have to be.
Just lie like your other peers. You don't have the authority and you're gonna simplify it?
Guys, let's talk sexuality, specifically asexual, demisexual, and cupiosexual.
One of the things that I don't get about these kinds of sexualities is that every little detail of a certain type of sexuality is a kind of sexuality.
Asexual people don't experience sexual attraction. Some people are attracted to sexual, while others just don't experience or understand sexual attraction. Asexual people can still be in happy, healthy, functioning romantic relationships. They still feel romantic attraction, just not sexual attraction. Not to be mistaken with ace arrow. Arrow stands for asexual romantic. Ace arrow people are perfectly happy with platonic relationships they have in their life. They don't need anything more. So demisexual. Demisexual people only feel sexual attraction after strong personal bond is made. So basically they're asexual until the bond is made, and after they only feel sexual attraction for that person.
Lastly, we have cupiosexual. Cupiosexual people are asexual people who still desire a sexual relationship but don't experience sexual attraction.
They desire a sexual relationship, yet they have no sexual attraction. Hey!
Dumb fuck.
Do you know why they desire to have a sexual relationship? It's because they have sexual attraction. Biology doesn't give a damn about what you think. Biology is a narcissist bitch. In other words, biology cares about what is real. Biology is science. Science is not wrong. Therefore, biology is not wrong. It's simple as... Jesus. It's simple as that. Did you get it? Okay, let's move on.
Cool. Hey, I'm lesbian. I don't get it. Can someone please explain it to me so I can, understand?
Hello, my name's Phoebe. I use they, them pronouns primarily, and he, him is sort of like a secondary pronoun, and I'm a lesbian.
Secondary pronouns? I'm not gonna say anything about this video. Not a single thing.
When people ask me what my pronouns are, and I'm like, yeah, they or she is fine. It's true. But when someone uses they for me, I feel like flooded with warmth. And when someone uses she for me, I'm like, I exist. I've been perceived. So, it's fine, especially if you're queer. But if you a straight person, I'm not a she to you.
Her logic makes me itchy. Just because I'm straight, I have to lie about reality. Nice, very nice. The kind of nice that makes me want to vomit.
Okay, can someone help me out with this? Because I'm confused. I am a woman. I identify as a woman. I feel comfortable in being a woman. But, what the fuck is a woman? If someone asked me, what does being a woman mean to you? I wouldn't have an answer. Don't even try to tell me that, well, being a woman is being empathetic and kind and compassionate, because that could be anybody. Anybody could be those things. Don't even bother being transphobic in my comments, saying that, oh, well, being a woman is having a uterus and having kids, because no. Don't even bother saying that being a woman means having biddies and having a vagine, because no. Also no, wrong. So I'll ask the question again. What is a woman? I feel so comfortable identifying as a woman, but is that only because that's just what I've always been? That's what people always told me that I was, so I just went with it? And the thing that's frustrating with this question is that everyone's answer is always, well, it depends on the person. And I get that, I know, but I'm trying to figure it out for myself, and I don't know. And I mean, I'm a gender abolitionist, so abolish gender, you know? But some people feel very validated in their labels and in their gender. So I'm strictly speaking for myself. I don't know what being a woman means to me.
You're closing the door for all kinds of logical explanations and still want to know what is a woman? What a waste of time you are. Okay, that's enough for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, and by the way, read